Hello, hello,
Hello, hello, hello, hello.
hello everyone. So let's start today's video. So in today's video, what I'm going to draw is drawing a Asaro head in the side view. Okay. Before proceeding to our drawing, let me show what we have drawn in couple of days. So this is the first video in this series where we have done the skull in 3/4 view. Then next we have drawn the skull in the front view. Okay, then after that we have drawn uh, skull in the side view. So for the in this series I have decided like I will do 3 videos for the skull, like for each view, and then after that I have started the Asaro head. So then we have started with the Asaro head. This is the Asaro head 3/4 view, okay, or 3/4 view, whatever you say that. Then after that we have drawn it in the front view, and now for the today's video we are going to draw it in the uh, side view. Okay, let me clip on this paper. Also I have one idea, like for the future videos I might be I can also do some videos on the each feature, like eyes, nose, and lips, kind of that thing, like each and every feature we can draw on here on the live stream. But just idea, I'm just thinking like what we should do next. Other ideas are like drawing a head with the muscles, only the muscles, like no skin will be visible. So to understand the uh, beneath structure of the human head, we can draw that as well. Then other ideas are like simplified head. So Asaro head is nothing but like a simplified head, but something like in that head we will have curve plane as well, so that can be also done. Okay, for today's video I have a new idea. I will going to draw with the charcoal powder. So I have this sponge tool, looks like a palette knife, and here I'm going to apply some charcoal powder on its tip, and then I will start my drawing. Also you can comment down like what is your idea for the next videos. So first I will mark where I want to put this head on the paper. So I will say from here to here. I guess it should be a little bit up like this, and then we can say up to this we will have our base. Okay, then we will have the eyes here. No, here will be eyebrows, here will be our nose. Okay, here will be the eyes, sorry, lips, and here will be the eyes. So how you can decide, like you can use the Loomis proportion. So if you, so for example, this is the like a whole height of the head. So you can say in the middle, somewhere in the middle, we will have the eyes. Or what you can do, like you can divide this into three quarters, like three equal parts. Then you will get, like first order will be, first line will be for the forehead, or what you say, eyebrows. Then second will be for the nose, and third will be for the chin. So here is our chin. Then after that, in this third quarter, like you can divide it in three parts like this, three. And then you will get your eyes here, like center of the eyes. And if you divide this into two parts, you will get the bottom of the lips. This is the simplest way to get the proportion right. And what I will do, I will draw outline of the head. So I will say like this, we will have the angle here, then we will have the curve here up to the eyes, then we will have this nose spreading out, then here is the lower part of the nose. So I am not interested, what you say, I'm not careful about the outside of this space. Like inside I have to be more careful. Okay, then we will have kind of this shape for lips, and then we will have the chin here. Okay, now the when we have studied the skull, we understand that this eyes sits in the eye socket. So here we will have this shadow because of this eye socket, and eyes are fitted inside that. So we will have this shadow there. So we are going to define the shape afterwards, but like for general, we are just trying to draw something on the paper. Then we can modify it accordingly. So that's good, that is good. Then we will have this kind of like curve, then we will have this flat plane for the head. Okay, here we will have ears. So what I'm going to draw is the back side of the ears, because there we will have a shadow. If I will draw the front part, so that should be in the light. Then we will have neck here. In neck we will have this apple, oh sorry, uh, Adam's apple, whatever it's called. And then we'll have the base starting from here. We can complete the base up to here. Okay, let me go ahead and draw the back of the head. So back of the head we will have like this one straight line, then we will have this angle. Then this is most of like a straight line. This is our end of the our base. This part we will have the shadow, so let me add the shadow here. Now for this practice, we are also considering that light is falling from this end. We can say from this end light is falling, and we will have the light here, here, then on here. Now as the head is the ball, so we will have the shadow on this part behind the ear, and the neck is a cylinder, so we will have the shadow here as well on this part. As in the Asaro head, there is some neck muscle and here, because of that there is a light, but we can say for this end we will have a shadow. And we can say this base will be in the shadow as well somehow. We will go further, then we can say, let me erase this part first. Nose will be like this, it is not needed here first. And this line is also not needed. Try to increase this taper angle of the nose, so we will do that afterwards. Now if I will say we will have this what you call zygomatic bone here. Because of that there will be shadow, and this shadow will be directly going to fall up to here. So we can darken this, and this plane will be going to not directly going towards the lights, so it will have some shadow or half tones, you can say. Okay, then next I will need shadow for the upper lip. Okay, then we will have the shadow below the lower lip. So let me grab my eraser. So here we will have the light on the lower lip. We can define it like this. Yes. Okay, for the chin, we will remove some of the charcoal from here to make the chin. cycle. Okay, is it looking like a head to you? Not yet. We have to do lot more work here. But what we can do, I will just tone this side of the paper to show light side. So I'm just creating a what you say contrast here, so we can better see our lights. So you have seen in this series I am drawing with the various metals, like I had drawn with charcoal streak, then last video I had drawn like toned whole paper, and then I erased with the eraser to block in the drawing. So it doesn't matter like what method you use. The end you have to, like, for the start don't stress that much. Just you have to build something on the paper, then after that you can what to say rework on it and make it look like a drawing. Okay, now I can see something I have to repair here, so I will do that. So first is the angle of the nose. Let me grab different eraser here, or I will use my charcoal stick to draw it correctly. Here we will have upper lip, and this is a lower lip, the chin need to become forward little bit. This is the apple item. This is called I guess apple cider, like something like that in English. In Hindi it is called, I don't even know in Hindi as well. So in Marathi it is called kant, where our voice is produced. So I'm refining my drawing with this stick. This angle is good. You can keep it, and we will have this small pen here, something like here. This is like much more behind. I think we have to raise this. We remove this part. From here it will start. Much more behind from the. There is still shadow on back of the ear or back of the head, but this will be the darkest shadow here. Then we will have something like this up to the ear, or ear I will say, We'll have this kind of shape and this kind of shape. We will have the shadow here. That is correct. I can increase it like this to make it this muscle bit more bigger. Okay, anything else? Now go let me draw inside the head. So this is the plane. Now what you say, the space between your eyebrows, I guess that is called cabala. So as my first language is not English, so I am not that much familiar with the name, even though I haven't studied in the English medium. So if I mispronounce anything, so excuse me for that. And then you will have this eye here, like this. We can darken this part of the upper lip and this shadow beneath the lower lip. Okay, now I will just blend this one. So you have seen in the previous video what I do. I draw something, then I blend it to tone a paper, so that when I will add the light, it will be clearly visible. I guess we don't have that much of the what to say, toning on the paper. I guess I'm not ready to add highlight soon, so let me do one thing. I will add some more. Oh, I have to really prepare this shape, so it will be like this. Like this. We will darken this side a little bit compared to this side. So I can create some contrast and my lights will be little bit visible there. Okay. Now let me blend it again. Then put this side of the paper. It up in this part. Now let's talk about what you say, what half tones you will have on the face. So here we will have some half tone, and only for this portion we will have. So I will define it afterwards. Then and for this part also we will have for this part as well we will have some half tones. Let me check my mic. Hello. Let me check my mic. Hello. Okay. Here we will have some half tones as well as there will be some planes that is opposite, like light is falling from this side, so we can see some half tones here, and this plane is like this. Like side of the face, we will have half tone here, not for the ear. I guess I have to remove that for the ear. Then we will add some. We'll just make it this somehow dark. So this is our lightest plane here. You can add some shadows here as well. Now we will add some light here. There is some taper angle for the eyebrows, so we will. So here we will have the light. You can see this is our lightest. Lightest plane for this drawing. Okay, and this is going to be merged inside this shadow. So let me do that. We will have the light on the side of the nose, as we are not showing you say front of the nose here, so we will have a shadow here, sorry, light here. Then as light is falling from the above, so we will have some plane for the upper eyelids that will be in the lights. There will be some half tone, we can say that. This eyes is like tilted like this, so if you can see my hand here, so eyes is tilted, like you can see here, eyes are tilted. Then we will have our light because of this zygomatic bone. So here we have the zygomatic bone, and this zygomatic bone will create this light, kind of trapezoid. Let me extend this shadow here as well. So there will be half tone, but we can say we will have the light on this part of the this upper, like plane above this lips. Okay, then we will have a light on lower lips, because I have to take a pencil to define this shape correctly. Okay, then we will have the light on here, but as we are mm, drawing in a side view, so I cannot see the plane here. Okay, now we will have the light on the ear. So instead of adding light on the whole ear, let me tone this little bit. And I'm not familiar with the parts of the ear, so I know the parts, but I don't know like what is that called. So here we will have the light top of the nose, and there is light here because this is going to be facing forward, the light. Let me grab different eraser. There will be some light for this plane as well, so like not whole of it, but like something like this, because light is not only falling from the front, it is somehow above, so this will make this plane visible. So kind of this type of it will be. What is this one? So let me grab my pencil now. Hello. Like I can see some new member have joined. Can you say hello in the comment? So we'll start refining this. Like our eyes will be like this. And it will be like tapered like this. There is this plane as well, but as this is going to be in the shadow, so I'm not going to draw it, or it will be not visible in the side view. I guess this nose is a little bit, we can make it a little bit to the side. Okay. Define the nose. I guess this point is that pencil was damaging my paper, so I grabbed this different one. So like this, we have notch like this. I can just make it more deeper or just increase this angle. And so we will have the shadow here, like this. So I can mark this in the shadow. Now for the upper lips, we cannot see that much in the side view. We can see like this way we will have shape. Say lower lip is starting from here. It will be facing some downward. Chin. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, let me define this chin part as well. So it will be like this first. Then like this. So kind of three lines we will have to define this chin. Okay, we will have the dark here. Empty here we will have this darker part. Because head is broader than the neck, so we will have, so head will be going to cast a shadow on uh, shadow on the neck. This is the shadow. Let me darken this shadow, like this will be darkest shadow here. Later I will draw it by compound compound charcoal stick. It will be much more darker. Okay, now what this shadow, so it will going to merge along with our shadow of below the chin. So this is the like a back of the neck, because neck is a kind of cylindrical, so it is casting the shadow on the back side of the. Let me just increase this little bit. Okay, now we will have our ear. For the ear we will have a shape like this, the stepper shape. Okay, let's draw it fully. So also ear will be like this, so it will be placed something like this. So I guess I have to increase this angle. So it is kind of a orange, to say orange slice. Then we will have some plane here, as this is the directly back of the bone, sorry, back of the head, so it will be going to be darker. Then lower this little bit. This angle I have to lower, or I can say this angle needs to be lower, because so I'll say this need to be little bit more tapered, and then this can be little bit more tapered. Guess this need to be more tapered. And I will just take some charcoal and add it here. Anything else? So we will add this darker shadow using this. Actually, this is like this. So I broke, I chip out. So I would rather use this one, this smaller part of it. As you know, like this is too much dark. You have to be careful. Like once it is added, it will cannot be erased that much easily. So I'm not wearing it fully, so I will blend it. Might be you remember in that Asaro hair drawing as well. So it was that much dark, like we cannot erase it. So if this happened to me in this live stream only, I'm going to rest it again. You can say I will learn from my mistakes, and I can just add something like this. Okay, so I will take my blending stump, just make it like I will add this to this part as well. Or let me just some outline here. taking blended. I'm still not satisfied with this nose angle, but it depends like what you are trying. So for each person we will have a different angle, but if we are comparing with this Asaro here, so I'm not satisfied. So we have to reduce this one as well. I will add outline here as well to make it little bit darker. So because my usually it's like my paper is placed vertically, so it's more difficult to draw straight line using only one hand. Okay. Let me do the merging for this line as well. Okay. Now we are going to for the nose, this plane need to be connect this. And this need to be little bit inside. Okay. So we will again grab my pencil. So we'll say we will have this plane like this. That is going to taper like this towards the ear. This we will have a shadow. Now say I will move this eye little bit behind. We will have eye like this tapered. Then from this side we will have the eye like this. In yesterday's video you have seen, like, this is the simplified version of the a simplified side of the Asaro head. So we are drawing a asymmetric Asaro head here. So in this view we have eyes defined in three planes. So we will have plane like two of the plane we can see here only. So like this we will have a plane and one will be like this. I guess third will be somewhere like this. Now we are able to see only two here. So this will be the first line like this, and then second will be, and third will be like on the opposite side, so we cannot see it here. So what I will do, I will just add dark here, dark here. And this should be dark first, so I will just add dark here as well. Then I will going to erase that part. So this will be like tilted like this and like this. Okay, now what we're saying, for this plane, this side of a plane, we will have the light here. Okay, and for this we will have the light here. Okay, next what we'll have, now we will work on the nose. So this is the, I have to lower this. So it will be like this. So from here to here we will have some plane. So this is our nose, and then this will be, what is that called, I don't know, but this will be in the light as well. So nose will be in the light. We can see for the zygomatic bone part, so we will like this kind of diamond shape we will have here. And then it is going to be merging with this. It should meet it here. So let me just define just more this mouth, upper mouth a little bit up. Okay, let me remove this part. We're going to refine this much, so little bit, so it will be like this and this and this. So this will be the straight line, and this will be the part of that, you say, nose, ball on the nose. I have to move this lower lip a bit. It should not be in the same level as that of or upper lip, so it will be somehow behind lower lip, and it should also the same applies for the chin as well. So we have to move this chin as well. So it should fall behind, and then we can increase this part. So there will be this plane that is shaped. For this part we will have the light, and this will be in the shadow. Same applies for the chin as well. I guess okay, there is something visible there, so we can draw that, or we can add light there. So it is not fully visible here, but we can add. Also there are three plates here, so from starting from here we'll have this plane, then we will have this plane, and next one is there. Then we will have this plane here. That is going to be some this plane, that is going to be like this. Also that is going to be tapered here, and it is going to be connected here. Uh, the achromatic bone, this will be separated from our achromatic bone. So this is the, to say, we can have light here, and somehow we will have the shadow here. So we can define that in. Okay. And let me add some details in the ear as well. For the ear we will have kind of triangle here. You can see this part of the ear beside that upper part will be in the shadow, so you can just mark it here. This triangle will be inside that shadow, so let me just define that, make that little bit darker. We can define the shape of the ear again. So from here we will have this cyclomatic hole. So here we will have this ear hole, and from the ear hole we will have this schematic hole. And as we have seen in the yesterday's video, so I will draw that here. So there will be some plane here, so it will have some light as it is uh, coming out, so it will have some of the light. Okay. So we will do some darkening here. Mostly for this position, all this plane will be in the same kind of shadow or same value they will have, but we are going to define it little bit. Hello, uh, I didn't notice you. Are you still there? Like edit. I cannot. What is your name? Edit Mewekar. Oh hi. I guess you left. Sorry, I didn't notice you. Okay, as well. This is going to be to say wrapping around. So we will say this will be like somehow in the shadow. It will be little bit dark on this. As I'm new to this live streaming, and as well I'm more focused on my drawing rather than checking on the comments. So I just missed the people, like they have joined, they left upwards. So I didn't even get a chance to say hi to them. Sorry about that. Okay, now we will just make this part as somehow darker. Now as this is the one plane, and but it will be going to have some curve here. Because of that we will have the light here this side, and this will be little bit in the shadow. So it is going behind, so we'll have the shadow here as well. Let me add some dark here as well, so we can define this. So I don't want it to be, or not do that. I will just remove some charcoal from here to make it lighter here. So still it is in the shadow, but like it will have some light on it. Or should I think my first idea was good. So let me darken this again, and I will just add some light, shadow here. I will going to darken this one. I know after blending they all will have the same value, but this is the point, like we try to understand like what you are doing here. we don't want exact replica here. We would just want to learn like how this light and shadow are there and why they are there. As this is the cylindrical part, or like a tuna can, so this will have some of the shadow as well. And for this part as well, we can say we will have the shadow because it is going to wrap around. Okay, what else? Shall I blend it? Okay, okay, let's move again to the blending. So I'll say this will be in well blend. So you can see like all will be in the same. After blending, they will be all coming into same what we say values, but we will add the light again. So might be you will be able to. This will be again in the shadow, like, but somehow like our light source is from here, so it will have some of the light. So I'm not adding any dark here for this plane, or I can just, if I will add this, all will be merged, so we cannot see any difference here. Okay, and this plane as well. This part should be in the little bit shadow, so I will do that. Like I will add some charcoal there. There will be some toning here because of nostril, but this is not visible for this simplified version or simplified side of this Asaro head. So I have added from my side. We cannot see some top plane of the head, but definitely it will have the shadow. Okay, let me go forward and add some lights. So we will have a light here. This top of the nostril will be in the light as well. Okay. I'm still not sure with this angle of nose. I guess I have to make it little bit steeper. As I said, it is depends on the model, like what you are drawing. But still, I wanted to make it like a what model I have here. Okay, we will have the light here as well. Then for this plane, we will have this is due to zygomatic bone. I will keep the ice shadows as it is. Then we will have the most of the light here, this part. This is our lightest plane, as this is nearest to the what is the light, our light source. Then we will have some of the lights on this plane as well due to zygomatic bone. Okay, let me go ahead and add some light here. And we will have a light here. Okay. For the ear, we will have right here. And then there will be some little bit light here. Okay, then this part will be mostly in the light. So most of the part of the ear is in the light. So you cannot add much detail there. I think it should be like this. It should be like this. Okay, what else? Okay, now let me take some charcoal and add it here. So I want it to be look like more darker than the face part. So face should be in the light, or should be in the focus. So when you are adding the colors as well, so you should make face little bit what to say vivid, or you can say you add pure color or vibrant color there to make it in the focus. And for the rest of the neck and all these things, you can add a little bit gray to move it in, like uh, remove the attention from the wear. So same principle I am using here. As well, to fade the background in the what you say out of focus, you can just add some dark, or what you say, some grayish color in the background, so the background will not grab a viewer's attention. So when I do the oil painting or other painting, I will usually draw the background in mostly like in the blue color or green color. So there are two reasons for this. First is like as I mostly draw the portraits, and like most of my red, then what you say, red, yellow, white will be used when I'm mixing the skin tones. Okay, so I have then these colors like a green, blue are not used that much in the face. We have uses in the face, but not that much as comparison to the skin color or uh, red, yellow, and green. So for that, they are left over. You can say I have and use that paint, so I want to replace the shadow or background part. So first I will just make a use of that paint as well, and then second is like you will see in the face we will mostly have this what to say, orange color. So whatever you say, but face the skin tone is basically the orange color. You can like say it like a skin color, but it's the orange color. We are having some variation here and there in the orange color, but it is basically the orange color. And for the orange, we have the complementary color as blue. So if you add a blue in the background, it will make the skin color in the focus, or it will make them look like a vivid, or you can say vibrant. That is also one reason. Also you can add same way, you can add green. So green is also one option to add in the background, so it will not going to compete with your skin color and make the portrait much more, you see, or move the portrait in the focus. Oh sorry, I have used the same tool that was already have some charcoal on it. Because of that I just accidentally created some darks here. Let me add some dark here as well to move it out of focus. I can see lines here and there. So what I will do, I will try to merge them with this tissue paper. So you can use whatever tool you find. Like for blending, you don't need, you should buy paper stem as well. So for me as well, I have just created them, like I have created with hand. But then I visited some art store and they are cheap there, so I could buy it. And there is no much difference, like whatever you made at home, these are like similar effect. And same applies with this sponge tool I'm using. So I visited the that art store, and I think like it will be much more useful when the blending. But still, like it is useful, but like not a necessary. Like you should have it, or without it you cannot do your work. It's not like that. You can use whatever tool you have and create very good work. You can say it is good to have, but not to say necessary. If you want to get them, no issue, you can get them. If you don't have, you can use your existing tools as well. Mm. Also, I have some uh, makeup brushes as well to blend this kind of things. So I use these brushes in all type of paintings or sketches I do. So I also use that in my what is it, oil painting, acrylic paintings to blend. So you can use your tool in other ways, like in many ways. So I also use this to add some colors as well in the painting. Sometimes like if I think I want to add some color, like I don't want um, too much edges there, so I will just take this brush and just add that color, so it will not going to create hard edges there. So it seems like it is just merging with the background. So let me fix that. What I will do, I will remove some of this charcoal from here, and it should work. So it is separating. Now I can see okay, good. For this lower part, let me add some light. So basically we will have some light here. And same applies for this space as well. So this is kind of cylindrical as well, so we will have this light here. Another idea I have for these videos, like we can also draw some simple shapes and try to learn like how to shade them. For example, when you are drawing portrait as well, we will try to simplify them in the some simple shape like cone, sphere, cube, kind of that shape. So if you know like how to shade that kind of shapes, so it will be easy to you. So for example, for neck we can say it is a cylinder, so cylinder will have this shadow, light in the middle of or up middle of it, like the light will be in the straight line. So here we can say here same we have a little light. So if you say for the head, it is basically the rounded sphere, whole sphere. So for the sphere it will be light, there will be this opposite side will be in the shadow, and the shadow shape will be like curved little bit. So same thing you can see in this. So it will help, like that is also good exercise to do. You can see some shadow on this part as well, as it is opposite to the light. Okay, I think we should close for today. So I'm open to your suggestions. You can suggest me like what you want to see. So I'm not going to be live tomorrow as I have not decided like what we should do next. But you can comment on this video as well. So I'm going to upload this live stream on my channel. So you can suggest me like what you wanted to see next, and then might be in couple of days I'll be online. So I have made some suggestions for you, like we can do first is like we can do some oil painting here, like they will be like finished, like whatever I do normally, that will be like only I'm going to do it on the live stream. Doesn't matter like but it should be oil painting, but I'm currently working on the oil painting. So I'll say I can draw oil painting on live stream. Then second is like we can draw some simplified hair. So it is simplified hair, but like something more or we can say more uh, more what you say near to the realistic head. and it will have this simplification in it. I have to find out mm, some reference photo for that, but let me see if you wanted to interested to see that as well. We can also have some muscles on. We can study the muscle on the face. So I will going to draw the human head where there will be muscle visible on the face. Like we will have the muscle here, like it is connected to the jaw, kind of that thing. That is also we can have here on the live stream. Another suggestion is like this, like I have to like quite a few. I have to like before some time that will be like simplified shapes, and as well we can have live stream about the feature of the human face. So we can draw eyes, specifically eyes, then nose, then what we say, lips, ears, and of that we can have on this kind of live stream. Anything else I can think of? I don't think anything I can. Like mostly whatever related to your mm, portrait painting, I can show that in live stream. And I can also I can suggest to we can also draw some lumicide as well. So lumicide in the different angle, we can also do that. Let me do in the comment section. So bye bye for today. Good night. See you afterwards.